New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Knick Of Time Show, here giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And it's time to talk about a Knicks win because the Knicks go on another winning streak. We beat the Hornets 129 to 107. Jalen Brunson gives you 20 points on the night. Randle with 23 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. RJ the Bodman Barrett gives you 24 points, 2 assists, 5 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, almost a triple double, 10 points, 9 rebounds, and a steal. Quickly comes in. He says, "Give me my money real quick." I'm pretty sure he had that talk at halftime because in that first half he was smoking. Finished with 17 points, 5 rebounds, and 9 assists. The Knicks' biggest lead was 29. Their bench destroys the Charlotte bench, and we ended up winning the game 129 to 107. And we're gonna talk about it all. The good, not really a lot of bad, and more good. So let's talk about it. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Knicks Nation. Shout out to the KOT family, and shout out to my peoples, Ebony and Ryan G in the building. What's going on?
Yeah.
How y'all feeling? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. This game was not a competition. It was pretty boring, really. Which is good, because that means we did what we were supposed to do. We smacked them, we moved the ball. And one of the most important things that I've seen is since we had a game yesterday, all our starters pretty much played under 30 minutes, which is unbelievable considering that Tom Thibodeau is our coach. We did everything we had to do. We did everything we absolutely had to do, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. Yeah. So Ryan G, let me know what you think of the game, man.
Yeah, first and foremost, when Randle only plays 27 minutes, Brunson only plays 27 minutes, and Barrett only plays 31 minutes, that lets you know right there that was a good night.
Yeah.
Because those guys usually play 30 plus minutes and Thibs. So the fact that they got to rest, knowing that they have a back-to-back tomorrow against the Celtics was major. So the Knicks basically stood on business tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I should say today. They handled their business. They did what they had to do. The Hornets are an injury-riddled team. They're bad defensively, and they're one of the worst shooting teams in the league from the three. So the Knicks basically did what they had to do, run them off the court at home. The ball movement was exceptional, especially the second unit.
Mm-hmm.
Their ball movement was crazy. And I think for me, the play of the game was when they were passing the ball around and Grimes had the ball on the baseline, and then RJ Barrett cut to the middle for the basket and Grimes found him for the easy dunk.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more plays like that from the Knicks. You know, going one-on-one, isolation ball is nice at times, but you also need plays like that as well to balance out the offense. Sometimes to make it easier for the team to score buckets. So overall, I was impressed by the Knicks. Good offense. Of course, this team exceptional defensively. Top 2 in the league defensive rating.
Facts.
The Knicks put it all together, and yeah, they got the win today.
I agree. Dante, I feel like Dante's passing might have permeated through the team because even though he's been playing well, I feel like the second unit passing has gotten better each game, and the first unit is starting to look like man, I can't be making us look bad with all this passing. So we're gonna pass too. We're gonna pass to our big man too. We want to get involved. So I feel like everybody's like, I want to get involved in the passing. Shoot, even Mitch got some passes. Mitch got some passes in the post today. I know you noticed, Ebony.
Yes, I did. You know, I didn't know how to feel. I'm like, what team am I watching?
Exactly.
I was just talking about, I don't know what a Mitch post, like a straight Mitch post up looks like. I don't remember how that looks. And then today I got to see it. It wasn't pretty, but it went in. I don't care. It went in.
He's big. All he got to do is catch the ball and turn around, and his shoulders is going to do most of the work. It's going to clear people out. And he's 7 feet. You just got to drop it right there. Just drop it.
Yeah, facts. I noticed we did a lot more posting up today. I saw iHeart posting up. Julius Randle is doing his thing in that mid-range again. That's the Julius Randle I like.
Mm-hmm.
That bully ball. He looks confident and strong. when he plays like this, I don't think many people can really stay in front of him. And then he got the little, like we said, mentioned in prior shows, he has this little new dirt move to his bag.
Yeah.
So not only is he creating space with his strength, then he gets away with that move, extra space. So I love that move, and I love that he's doing it more so. And he had a stretch in the game where he had like two back-to-back and ones, just straight strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not I always tell you, I give flowers when they're due. That's one thing I'm not, I do. I'm not gonna just hate on a person. He's a player on my team and I'm happy for him. This is the Julius Randle I knew, like, we wanted as a team, the selfless one. And this team I watched the whole game with a smile again. Like, I didn't find it boring. I was like, get him some more. Let's go. This is what you want to see. The teams that we're supposed to beat, you whoop up on them, and the teams that we're not, we still win, but or whoop up on them too.
Exactly.
Everybody gets some. Nah,
anybody
can
get
get some.
Nah,
yeah, I love the style of play we're playing.
I agree.
Just that 90s almost style of ball when you think about it.
I agree. 90 style of ball. 3 steals today too. So shout out to Julius Randle. Ryan G. I don't know if you heard. I mean, they talked about it on the broadcast as well. Julius Randle has come out and said that he's been playing hurt. They said he to start the season he started off playing at 70% and he wasn't exactly at 100%, and which contributed to the reason why he's been playing not as efficient as he's used to playing. So I don't know, what are your thoughts on that notion?
Well, I'll say this. First and foremost, I'm not a doctor. So I have no idea how the whole process is when somebody gets injury, their rehab, afterwards, how long it takes them to get back into the groove once they start playing basketball again. I have no idea. Unfortunately, you have a lot of bootleg doctors on Twitter that want to just talk out of their mouths and think that they know what they're talking about and say that, Julius Randle should be healthy. There's no excuse for the way he started the season and this and that and blah, blah, blah. You see, I'm smart. I don't talk on things I know nothing about. I'm not a doctor. But you see, there's people out there who think they know everything and just assume stuff. And honestly, the last few games I've seen Julius Randle play, it's a different Julius Randle from the Julius Randle I saw at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Clearly. So maybe his first few games, he was trying to, play on the ankle, trying to get his ankle back right. And usually those things take time, especially when you have surgery on any body part, that you injured, playing sports. So, I mean, hey, Julius Randle, he's playing like himself. He looks more like himself now, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah. No, you want to say something, Ebony? I feel like you want to say something.
Nah, I just saying facts. I agree everything he just said. I will never question somebody and how they feel after an injury. Everybody heals differently. Facts. And my main thing with Julius Randle is not the injury, anything like that. As long as he gives effort, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool.
Me too. I just need the effort and respect, and I'm good. I don't need a repeat of whatever happened a few years ago. It does explain the shooting. It does explain why Drew Holiday was able to hold him to like 3 points versus the Celtics. Like, it explains a lot. And this is why I'm really, really excited to play the Celtics tomorrow, because I feel like we barely lost last time, and we're in a little bit of a different place today. So I'm really looking forward.
I'm locked in on that Mitch KP matchup.
We know. That's a fact.
I'm locked in.
Fugazi fouls called like last game too, because they got my man out the game once they realized that he can actually check KP on one-on-one. That's just me. But as far as Julius Randle goes, it does look like he's getting more into a rhythm. To me, it has to be about the effort though. It has to be about respect for the game though. If those things are fine, even if he's missing shots, I'm fine. There was still that 1 or 2 games where I felt like he was going off the rails. And to me, that had nothing to do with your ankle. That had to do with your mind. That has to be fixed. But now that that's over, I'm glad to see that you're running back into form, and you showed it today. Shoot, he was trying to check out the game today.
Yeah, his hand went up. He said, I got to be right for tomorrow, coach.
Exactly.
And the funny thing about it is that after he called after he motioned to the bench that he needs to be taken out of the game because he's tired, Right afterward, the dude gets an and one.
Yeah. Like,
Two back to back. Two back to back. That's when he
Yeah.
got the back to back one.
you listen, what you have to learn in the NBA is you're only tied on defense. You never tied on offense, all right?
Facts.
Because he didn't get back on defense, but as soon as he got the ball, all of a sudden he had a burst of energy. That's just the way it goes in basketball. But I feel like every game we give like a 6-minute praise speech on RJ. It's
You
like,
have to.
it just makes me think. It's just making me think what's real and what's not, right? Because RJ Barrett again is balling. 67% from three. I posted a question on Twitter a couple of days ago. I was like, can RJ keep this up? He's been shooting over 40% from three this whole season. It has to come down sometime, right? The last game he shot 50% from three. This game he shot 67% from three. It doesn't look like it's trying to come back down to like reality. I'm thinking at some point he's at least has to settle around 38. Like at least, right? At least. Because that's like normal good shooting humans percentages. You know,
He's making it look easy. I think it's sustainable. It doesn't look hard for him. He's not doing anything extraordinary either. He's not even doing it fast. It's just slow, methodical, and strong.
yeah. Which makes me feel like it's more real because
Yes.
it is methodical and it is strong and it looks very, very real. It's the law of averages just say in my mind that NBA players don't shoot 50% from three at high volumes for an entire season. That's just the law of averages that I've seen. I don't expect that. But this is crazy. This is just crazy.
Manifest it. Let's
Man,
try.
I'll say this though. I agree. I don't think RJ Barrett will shoot at like a 50% clip for the rest of the season.
That's insane.
But based on what I've seen so far, the way he goes about his game, actually thinking, before he makes a move, actually, processing the game definitely seems like it has slowed down for him. I do believe that his averages this season are going to be better overall.
Yes.
Across the board. With the way he's playing so far this season and the way he opened up. And RJ Barrett is a notoriously slow starter. And the fact that he started this season hot, yeah, we're gonna see something different from RJ Barrett for the whole season.
Thank you, FIBA.
Yeah, how many games? Because once we start to get around the 20-25 game mark, I'm gonna check back in these percentages again to figure out like how real everything is, because the conversation might have to start changing about trading for stars and things of that nature if this turns out to be what is really happening with RJ in the Knicks uniform. Like that conversation might have to switch to something else.
I was waiting because in my little note, I don't do much, just emotions, like so I can get the context. I don't forget the context. So it says RJ is the man, and it has question marks, and it says superstar next to it.
See, we on the same page. I'm just like,
so this is what I mean. Patience. You never know. Like last year, all year, I said, what about if RJ has a jump shot? That was my main question in these the Twitter streets. What happens when RJ gets a jump shot? It said, you understand how it's going to open up the rest of his game so easily.
Mm-hmm.
Like it just takes work, added point in your game. And look, like IQ, 3-point scorer, but we will get to him. I know we're going to get to him, but just RJ just added to his game. So now they have to soon. It's going to be like you said, how many more games they're going to have to say, oh, this is real deal. This is the real deal. I have to respect his jump shot, and doing that is you see what he's doing on the going to the basket.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he go to the basket, I'm thinking it's going to be a foul.
Yeah.
So RJ is definitely. I told you, ribbit, leap.
Yeah, the leap is ahead. the leap is looking like it's real. I'm wait and see. I'm wait and see, but it's looking very legit. He shot 40% from three his second season in the league. He's over that right now. So maybe he can do it again with extra playmaking, with extra finishing, with extra everything. I'm waiting to see on that. It's looking like a little legit big three. Still some small teams. This is why I'm really excited about tomorrow's game.
Yes.
Really excited about tomorrow's game. Like I feel
This
like
feel good, y'all.
I feel like a win tomorrow can start to change some conversations around the league a little.
I think
I
so
really
too.
do, because a lot of conversations around the league are one way because we haven't made any changes and we haven't made the big splash but there's two ways to get better. You get better by bringing in different personnel, and then you get better within. And this team, from teams like the janitor all the way up to Leon Rose, are extremely dedicated to being better every single day. And if that's the case, there's a lot of chance for people in this building to get better. So I'm gonna just sit back and wait to see what's happening. And who knows? Who knows? It might it might be more beneficial to pay people to keep. I don't know. What you think, IQ?
I think it. I've been saying that. I've been singing Rihanna all summer. Pay him what you owe him. Like, come on, better have his money. Please have that man money.
Second unit, okay. The first unit has been really good. What made this win really good wasn't that we beat the Hornets. It was that we beat a team who was down and we kept them down. And also was the process in which we kept them down. We moved the ball, we played defense, we didn't stick away from any principles, and we expanded on things that we were doing good, and we started doing even better, like passing to Mitch Robinson, the extra passes in the first quarter, and like even the first and second unit starting to play a little bit more alike each other now. Instead of like the second unit is the passing team and the first unit is the ice. It's like you're starting to both be the passing team, which is why I enjoyed this win. And I feel like one of the big components of that second team playing this way right now is Quickly. He gives us stability. He gives us some stability with RJ Barrett and even Dante. I feel like Dante's has put that passing culture within that team, and he had 17 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds, and is going to make it tough to have him walk away. I don't know. What you thinking, Ryan?
Yeah, Quickly played a great game today. I've always said about Quickly, when Quickly plays controlled, that's the best version of Quickly. That's when Quickly is a definite plus on this team, and he plays. And at the last few games, he's played controlled, and his shot selection has been great. Today he had 9 assists, so he's definitely was finding his teammates, giving them open shots, easy opportunities to score, and yeah, man, Quickly is definitely he's definitely showing the organization that, I'm here to ball, and y'all better pay me what you owe me because I'm here. So Quickly's definitely played well this season, and you just hope that he continues as the season goes on.
Yeah, I agree. Everything, you don't got anything to add, or you want me to keep going?
IQ, pay him, please. Now his passing and his decision making is. I'm proud. Again, I was screaming PTK for a long time. Play the kids. I was saying play them babies. That's what I was saying. Because I seen it. I seen they have the tools to be good. Sorry. His creating space for himself again. Like I mentioned last, he's grown. He just picking his spots well, giving it to the other bigs perfectly. Him and the bigs have good chemistry. Him and iHeart have good chemistry. Him and Dante have he just looking for his teammates.
Yeah.
And I love that bench is gonna make people. They're gonna make teams play their starters quicker than they want all the time. I see it. They're just constant effort and IQ in that mid range. We might have to start calling him mid-range assassin.
Yeah, that step back mid range is deadly. The step back in general, because he's been hitting a couple of step back threes at the end of the horn. I felt like the game actually changed. I felt like the game changed when the second unit came in. I felt like the second unit
energy picked up.
It was tied for a minute. Ironically, I felt like our only small problem with that first quarter. I love Mitch and Grimes. I feel like those two defensively were like a little bit of a step slow in that first quarter. And I feel like if they weren't, we would have been ahead, but it was like tied. Because LaMelo kept breaking down Grimes like 3 straight plays. And then I expected Mitch to help, but Mitch would just be looking at him. I think he's trying to play drop, and I'm expecting him to like put a hand up and try to, do his Mitch thing, but he didn't do it. Do that part of the game.
Well, I got one real quick to say about IQ, and I'm gonna talk about the LaMelo thing too. The most impressive play to me from IQ today was when he was in the transition break, and he had a clear 3-point. If he wanted to pull up, he could have.
Mm-hmm.
He faked the shot, drew the defender, and passed it to Hart, I think it was, for a dunk. And I'm like, that is the unselfishness I'm talking about. And I also seen, shout out to Brunson, I seen Brunson do the same thing where he had an open 3, he faked, and then he passed it to Grimes in the corner. So I that was impressive to me. It's like they really like playing with each other. They have to, and they really like sharing the ball with each other. So
yeah, matter of fact,
sky's the limit for this team, y'all.
No, matter of fact, that play of the game, one of the plays of the game for that first unit when RJ was cutting and got the dunk, that play started off with Jalen Brunson breaking down the defense. That's how the play started, and then it got them into scramble mode, and that team passed it around, and it ended up with Grimes driving and passing it to RJ Barrett. So it's like sometimes people will count assist, but you don't really see the hockey assist. The hockey assist doesn't really get counted. That play started because Jalen Brunson broke down defense. It was unselfish and passed it around. And even so for Emmanuel Quickly, he broke down the defense and passed to Josh Hart, like you said. Josh Hart didn't shoot it. He pump faked and drive to keep it back down.
The dunk. Yeah, he wasn't shooting that. Nah, it was a good read. But shouts out to Grimes too. He made the good reads today. I seen him not look. He's still a little fast, but more under control and attacking towards the basket, even if he wasn't looking to shoot. He did well just trying to pass his teammates the ball too. Everybody didn't make it, so the assist might not show up, but he tried. He was in there. So I see it. I see him trying.
I see it too. And he had 2 big threes in the third quarter that kind of catapulted the Knicks to start to pull the game away in that third quarter. And I kind of feel like the coach is trying to get him going too, because when the game was over, he was the only starter left in kind of garbage time. I feel like it was Tips' way of telling him to shoot the ball, get some more touches, get some more rhythm, because we're gonna need you coming down the line. I think I read somewhere that he has like the lowest usage on the team, or like the 8th lowest usage on the team or something. So he needs to get some type of rhythm and shot going. But he had a good game today. Facts. All right. Yo, we got a little big 3 right now. We beating up on teams by 30 points and 20 points, whatever. But it's looking like a legit big 3. Upstart. These low percent, we were bottom of the league in field goal percentages. I think we're bottom 20 in 3-point percentages. But I think those things are going to start to rise as we start to move the ball more, as Randle starts to round into shape, as Brunson starts to round into shape. I don't know, man. This team can be really dangerous. This team can be extremely dangerous. I can't wait till tomorrow.
Like Clyde said, they've been moving and grooving all afternoon.
And so has Mitch, who gave you 10 points and 9 rebounds, got you some post-ups. And they also had a nice little talk about his loyalty to the team, man. He would run through a wall for this Knicks organization, which is for you guys who like to follow the guys who like, ooh, such and such said something bad about the Knicks, and they hated being here, and they hate Tibbs, and ooh, Cameron or Obi, I don't know, Obi said this, or D-Rose was taking all the information. If they said that, what are the people who are here saying? You know what I'm saying? Don't take in just the positive, or just don't take just the negative. Take the collective. What is everybody saying? Those are the people who are at the organization who were here. The people who are still here, well, how are they reacting? Are they a lost team? Are they still following Tibbs? Are they not following Tibbs' direction? Or are they getting handmade shirts made by their mothers that has Tibbs quotes on them, Jalen Brunson? We gotta take in all the information. And Mitch, absolutely, as much as Mitch complains on social media about not having to get the ball, he still reps for his team pretty hard. So Shout out to
Yeah, I think sometimes with players, I don't think there's any coach out there where there's not one or two players that think ill of him, because you have to think about a team and how they're built, and the coach can only play so many players. So there's going to be players that's going to feel left out on any team because the coach cannot play all 15 guys on the roster.
Yeah.
So yeah, you have players that leave this team, that may feel like, okay, Thibs didn't give me a proper chance or whatever the case may be. And they might have one or two things that they say about the organization, that might be, negative. But you have to think about what are the majority saying. And if you look at these guys on the Knicks at the moment, Mitch, Quick, all these guys, when they step on the court, they're playing hard for Thibs. They're putting it all on the line when they go on the court every single night, every single game. And if they weren't on board with Thibs as a coach, you would not be seeing that. Guys would be lackadaisical on the court. They play with no care in the world. But the fact that these guys go on the court every single night and play hard for this coach, clearly the majority on the roster and the majority of the organization thinks highly of Thibs. But, it's just people, because, some people, when they don't like somebody, they look for every single negative that they can find to fit their narrative on somebody without looking at the facts and looking at the majority and what they think of a coach.
I agree. And the Knicks would have the team would have blown up after the Dallas game when we lost. That would have been the end of the Knicks. That was the case. But somehow we rebounded after that Dallas loss, and we're here now. We are here now. And I want to talk about something else. Did you want to say something, Ebony? I feel like...
Yeah, I want to talk about Mitch.
Oh, come on back up.
I ain't gonna pass up a chance to talk about Mitch.
My bad. I was moving on too quickly.
I've been a Mitch fan since we drafted him. I remember, like they mentioned in the broadcast, where he just said 2 or 3 words and he couldn't stay on the floor. And I kept saying, Dad, only if he could stay on the floor, he's going to be a problem. Because he just had the athleticism. I just see him blocking 3-point shots. It was like a regular for him in his rookie second year. So I thought, just him being smarter, he would be a reckoning with. And to see it actually happen, in fact, that he didn't even play not one game of college basketball. So the Knicks really did take a chance on him. Understand? Twice they paid him and just drafting him because he didn't have any college games on his belt. So yeah, this is what happens when you get people who want to be here, and every day they be talking about some other center that's better or that they want. And I'm loving that the Mitch is on the shutdown everybody talk, because it's like, okay, next, who it is? Mark Williams, you out of here. For all those Mark Williams bandwagon fans. Oh, we could have drafted another Mitch. It's levels to this, y'all. It is levels to this.
Yeah, it is levels. It is definitely levels. You want to have that guy's gonna run through the wall for you. And you're right. You're right. There's people, they were scared to. That's why he was drafted so low in the first place. People were afraid to look at him. They didn't understand why he didn't go to college. I forgot the exact story.
It was his family member was a college coach at the college he went to, assistant coach. He committed and then they fired him, or something happened with him and the team, with the family member and the team, the coach, and that's when Mitch was like, well, he ain't here. Well, I'm going there, So, basically that's how it is. But I just want to show y'all the Mitch effect. Number 1 in offensive rebound, number 5 in defensive rebounds, number 1 in rebounding total. We're number 8 in turnovers, which is good. Oh, that's not him, but that's good. Number 8 in steals, I meant to say. We're playing defense without fouling. We're last in blocks, but we're number 2 in personal fouls. We're playing defense without fouling. So they're just putting their hands up. They're not going for shot fakes. They're not going for the block. Just playing real disciplined basketball. Defense right now. And number 2 in defensive rating total, right? I said that. And number 5 of opponent points in the paint. We are shutting the paint down. That's cool.
Yeah, man. Shutting the paint down. That leads to a number 2 defensive rating. We just need to get that offense for the team up, and we're good to go. But yeah, Mitch is playing great. Mitch is absolutely playing great.
Yes.
For sure. Shout out to Mitch. Shout out to Mitch.
Money Mitch.
Money making Mitch. Yo, I have a question with you guys, and shout out to you guys. If you guys want to talk, did I put the Discord
No, it's not there.
link? I don't know if you. So there's no Fritz today. So if you want to talk, the Discord link, I can put it in the chat right now. I feel like I put it in the chat dumb early. I see you. Hold on.
You could probably pin it to just make life easier.
Yeah, all right. Pinned it. All right. So I pinned it. So if you look at the top, there's a little Discord link. You can click that if you want to talk Knicks with us. I want to actually talk about something interesting as well. Woj came out a few days ago and it talked about the Knicks are gearing up for a big move. And you can't ignore Woj saying something like that. You can't ignore Woj, you can't ignore Ian, right? Like that's two people you can't ignore when they speak. At this time, though, when you're looking at the landscape of free agents, you have Joel Embiid, who we were all hoping, but people are saying, you know what, he's in the Eastern Conference. Why would they trade him to us? I don't know. You have to, but on top of that, 76ers are playing well. 76ers are playing well, right? We had Giannis Antetokounmpo, who was so happy, so ecstatic that he signed Dame, that he signed a 4-year extension, and now they're getting smacked around. And that now he might be regretting that decision right now. He really might just handed all his leverage. Really did. But my thing is this: there's not a lot of people I really would trade for. And with those guys prospering off the board, you start to look around and you're hoping that you don't trade the farm for somebody who's not going to move the needle. And it's like, all right, who really is left? Who's really is left? Are the Knicks only making the trade just because to make a trade? That's what I don't want to happen. I don't want us to be like we have all these picks, which we do, and we just try to make a big trade for the sake of it because we have all these picks, and it's not the right trade. And to me, Cat is not the right trade at all. I see somebody saying Cat. I know he can shoot. His defense, I keep saying his defense is really bad, man. His defense is bad. I don't know if you've seen if the top 10 defensive players list, I think 4 of those guys are like starters for the Timberwolves, and Cat is definitely not on it. And he's really an improved defense according to what I've been reading about him this year. But I can't do it. But I don't know, man. I saw LaMelo today, and I was just like, things that make you go, I don't know, man. I like LaMelo's game, bro. I do. How many points? 30. Passes the ball, gives you 30 points. He's tall enough where I feel like you can pair him with the Brunson. He doesn't have the reputation of defender, but you see he can lock in and defend when he wants to. And you're like, wait a minute. If Tibbs gets a tall guy who has the tools to defend and teaches him the fundamentals to defend, you start to think, wait a minute. I don't know. Now the Hornets trade him. I don't know. They gave him the money. They gave him money. They just paid him. So they have no incentive to pay him at all. So I'm just blowing smoke and shooting. It's just a wild things that make you go for me.
I'm good. I'm good for now. I need to see the end results of this. I need to see the total result of this team here. I need to get a full look. I think we have something. I'm scared of getting superstars because the fact that, like we mentioned, they do like playing with each other. Suppose this person just sets off the whole, just doesn't mesh.
Right.
So the grass is not always green on the other side, and then what you got to give up to get those teams. Now we're star heavy, and the things we brag about, we can't, like how we got the second unit. That's going to be non-existent. I believe so. I like this team. I need to see 82 games. Minus like maybe Evan could be on somebody else's bench. He need to play, so we should let him go play.
Go play. Yeah, he might be a trade chip. Who knows? Like I want to see 82 games as well, for sure. I don't want to blow this team up. I want to see what happens. I want to see what's gonna happen with this team because I do like their chemistry. I do like the way RJ's playing. I do feel like RJ's ascension could change the conversation of what we need and what we don't need. I'm just throwing stuff to the wall, really.
I'll say this though. I feel the Knicks are in a situation now where it's like certain players on their team have improved over these past few seasons, whereas before you would be more willing to give up, maybe an RJ or whatever the case may be in a trade and be cool with it because you saw RJ being kind of stagnant and you haven't seen much growth and things of that nature. But this season, it makes it really hard to even consider trading anybody because RJ has taken a step up. Mitch has taken a step up. There's numerous guys on this team that's taken steps up. Mm-hmm. And now it makes, if the Knicks are going to go that route to trade for a superstar player, it makes it that less, it closes the error that the Knicks can make. It makes it way lower. So it's like, okay, if the Knicks make that trade, they better make sure it's for a player that's going to really turn them into a title contender. The Knicks cannot make a trade and they bring in somebody and the team marginally improves or whatever the case may be.
Right.
Because now you have all these guys on this team improving and making the team better. So at this point in time, I feel like the Knicks should stick to what they have. Mm-hmm. If they see an opportunity to make it like an incremental move where it's like, okay, you add maybe a role player or a player or a solid player that where you see like an area of weakness in the team and you can bring them in and that player kind of like gives the Knicks an incremental improvement. I think those are the moves that the Knicks should look at the moment. When it comes to superstar players, the room for error is very low at the moment with the way these guys are playing. So it's like if you make that move, you better make sure that move hits completely.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree. We don't want to be what we don't know if they're turning around, but right now with the Clippers, you could point to something like that. They were playing well and meshing as a team, with the Clippers, and then they traded for Harden. So I'm scared of that. I don't want to deplete my team and we still in the same position,
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I'm just throwing stuff at the wall.
I get it. I get it.
I definitely. I'm not considering moving anybody until off season. If that thought even is to happen. You know what I mean? If that's a thought. I'm not considering. I want to see what we have in this team, especially the way we're going. I think we can be pretty dangerous. And there's going to be a couple of tests coming on. I know we have a road trip coming up. It's 5 games on the road. Fortunately, we're a pretty good road team. Really good road team. Even though the games are really in close proximity to each other, I still feel like we can pull it out. But I'm just throwing stuff at the law because I remember once upon a time, LaMelo Ball was part of the conversation and somebody to talk about, to bring. So I was like, wait, what about that? Just things that make you go, just throwing it out there. All
right. Facts. Alexander said, happy belated birthday. In fact, happy belated birthday to Mr. J. Ellis.
Yo, thanks, Alex. Yeah, my birthday was yesterday. For people who don't know, 11/11. Scorpio gang, me and Ryan G over here.
Yes, sir.
But we got love for the other side. We got love for the Taurus gangs and everybody. Shout out to everybody.
Shouts out to Taurus gang.
And Lee as well, who couldn't make it. Shout out to Lee as well. Yeah. Oh, Glamour be in the cut. Thank you, Glamour. Appreciate you, Alex. Everybody's rocking with the show. Yeah, man. But you have anybody you guys want to talk about anything else? I feel like we've hit everything we needed to.
Feel like I'm missing somebody. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Man, Hartenstein had a game. His game was he hit a rough one.
Him and Nick Richards. They was trying to see who was gonna foul out first.
Yeah. It's all right, Hart. It's all right, Hart. You can't,
My man Nick Richards, he had 4 fouls in the second quarter, and it wasn't even over.
Nope.
Yeah.
It wasn't even nowhere.
Nope.
He playing the wrong sport out there.
Yeah, he got one foul that was kind of, I don't know, questionable. Where I felt like he got screened. And what do you want to say, Ryan G?
At this point, I believe iHeart fouled out on purpose because he wanted to give Sims some playing time. That's what I believe.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I like that angle.
Because he wanted to give Sims some playing time.
I like that angle.
I like that. You know what? Sims hasn't played.
Oh, Sims. We could talk about Sims showing some stuff.
Oh, we could talk about Sims. The Sims got a little came in there and did a couple of things in there. Yeah.
The little N1. Yeah, Sims showing us a little something.
Yeah,
I think he would be a backup on anybody else's team. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, he could be there. It's consistency, it's playing time, it's rhythm. Because at one time people were like, "Man, Sims' defense is really good," and it was challenging. It was almost not as good as Mitch, but it was just kind of like something different where you can throw him in to be like even more switchable if you want to, and go back to Mitch in certain situations. And it was like, wow, we really have something. And then the following year, it just seemed like he regressed.
It's, to me, again, is the speed of the game. Sims, I think that I noticed that he reminds me of Mitch, like you said, a lot, actually. So when we signed iHeart, I was actually like, dang, I wanted to see what Sims could do, you know? But then I heard that iHeart had a jump shot. I was like, all right, they'll be the perfect center tandem. I get it. We could show different looks. I understand.
Right.
But I really did want to see Sims in that backup role. But again, I think the game is slowing for him a little bit, and playing with iHeart and Mitch has to help that. And going against those guys in practice also have to help you. You got to deal with Mitch and iHeart in practice. So yeah, I think if push come to shove, we definitely have the best center depth in the league.
Nah, for sure. He just needs some more time. He needs more time.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shout out to Sims.
I like Sims perimeter defense also.
Yes, the perimeter defense is what really makes him.
Yes.
Like that game where we played Brooklyn and he was guarding Kevin Durant in multiple occasions, where we almost kind of won that game just because of his defense on Durant. Was very impactful and encouraging for us. But yeah, shout out to Sims. Thank you for playing to give our bigs some rest for tomorrow. We got the Celtics coming up tomorrow, man. I can't wait. Ooh, I can't wait.
Birdman rub.
Don't let us win. I'm gonna be annoying. I'm going to be annoying if we beat the Celtics, because I'm just like, I'm not scared of these dudes. Oh, KP's these teams. It's like they barely beat us. Freaking Randle was playing like trash, and Brunson was missing layups. In the fourth quarter, he was missing layups. I still remember. He faked the pass. The paint opened up. Brunson was like, oh my God, went to the rim, loaded it up, and it rimmed out. There was nobody guarding that, man. I was sitting like, oh man, nah, we need this.
We could be a dangerous team.
We're dangerous.
Big
three loaded. Big, not the mid three. The mid three dead. Big three loaded.
Big three, and they looking for each other. That's what makes it even more dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Not one-on-one anymore. It's not your turn, my turn. They're not on the Jaylen Brown Tatum thing. They're getting each other looks.
Yeah, because right now it's Tatum and KP's team. I don't know what happened to Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown's
he got no left.
That's
what happened.
Although Jaylen Brown did play good the last game,
okay.
I saw. I think that was the previous game that they played. I was watching. He did play well that game, but yeah, he's off to a slow start this season though.
Jaylen Brown looking like a $300 million third option right now, like straight up.
Yeah. I seen the clip, and this is loud. The clip's loud that you don't have a left. You know, when you go against somebody and then they go to the left one dribble and then they hurry up and go back, and they're doing their hardest to get back to the right. That's Jaylen Brown. And then he got a turnover because of it. So
Exactly.
I'm good. I'm not paying $300 million to a
Stephen,
one-handed bandit.
Stephen ain't been talking about RJ Barrett not having a right for so long, but he's really confusing RJ Barrett and Jaylen Brown. I feel like he's really confusing. Like, because RJ Barrett today went right a couple of times. Got an and one go to his right, matter of fact. I think he thinks him and Jaylen Brown have the same game on reverse, but it's really not. I think you need to watch again, Stephen A. I'm just.
Jaylen Brown said, "Thank you, RJ, because they're looking at you and not me."
Exactly, and I'm a fan of Stephen A. I like Stephen A. on First Take, but sometimes when Stephen A. talk about the Knicks, it's like, dog, you need to go back and watch the Knicks because you really don't know what you're talking about at times. Because for him to say that RJ Barrett has no right hand is wild to me.
Super wild. Shout out to Monica. Be watching. Shout out to me.
Shout out to Monica. Go, yeah, definitely. I agree with Stephen A. It's clear that you don't get to watch all the Knick games. You may watch some, if that, and you probably don't even watch the whole games. I don't understand. I know you have a sports show, so he has to watch everything. I doubt he's watching the Knicks, and it shows though. It shows with a lot of them. They go through the box. I call them box score warriors. You look through the box score, and then you try to say what happened in the game. But then you miss the context of the game. So that's always not, a way to look at the game. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is why I feel like teams are this is why I feel like a lot of people are kind of underrating us because they are box score watchers. They're not day-to-day watchers. So when they say, "Oh, we haven't made any changes," and even in specifically how they talk about RJ this year is making me realize we're still kind of going under the radar and his play is going under the radar. Because they'll talk about, okay, well, they have Randle and they have this person. But there's like, yo, RJ's gotten better. Like, everybody's talking about Maxey getting better. Yeah. He's gotten better. But nobody on ESPN is mentioning how RJ's gotten better. Nobody. That's because even considering, wait a minute, if Brunson is Brunson and Randle is Randle, what happens if RJ reaches another level? Like, no one is thinking that at all. Like, and it's weird to me, but well, it's not weird. It is what it is.
They don't take us serious, Jay, at all. They don't believe in Brunson and Randle, really. Like, you see, 2-time All-Star, he doesn't get that of a 2-time All-Star. They don't even believe that that's real, So it's probably going to be December, like you said, 2030 range game mark, if we're still on this plateau where people are like, okay, what's going on with the Knicks? Then they'll really start watching, but one person I'm going to give a shout out to that does do a good job with our analysis is the national media is Kendrick Perkins. He does a pretty good job when talking about the Knicks. Like, he's watched the game or two. Not even gonna hold you. So
in general, he does. Even though he had the heat over us.
Yeah. Well, he was right though.
I mean, I'm talking about this season coming up. I'm not talking about.
No, he bugging.
I was like, Perk. All right, Perk. He was riding high. I don't know.
But it's all right. He's wrong on that one because I'm not taking Miami over. But again, people sleep on us. They don't see the vision. The first thing we start playing good is they're close. They just need another piece. But not saying that maybe they just need somebody to take another leap. That never comes out of people's mouths.
Nobody
ever.
With the amount of young people we have under 26. It never comes out of their mouth that, wait, what if one out of their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 young guys takes a leap? Like, no one even considers it. And it's just like,
I like to say, let them keep sleeping though, y'all. Because then we the underdogs and we can wake them up. We're going to wake a lot of teams up. When you this physical, we're going to wake you up.
That's a fact. Shock the world. RJ said.
Yeah, and to show you how much ESPN does not care about the Knicks, because I watch First Take religiously. Pretty much almost every game Wemby has played this season, they be having whole segments about Wemby, his game, and blah, 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 blah. But then when he went to MSG and he got shut down by Big Mitch and the squad, they had one little mention. One little mentioning segment about it, then they moved on. I'm like, oh, word? So I'm like, oh, word? So because when we went up against the Knicks and the Knicks shut that man down, Mitch held him 0 of 6 when he facing one-on-one, all of a sudden it's just a mention and not a whole segment.
Yeah, no
I see how
highlights.
y'all do us, ESPN. I see how y'all do us.
Yeah, he ain't mentioned nothing about how RJ was schooling y'all, nothing about Brunson, nothing about Mitch's defense, nothing about our team. It was all like, well, Wemby, he got shut down. Like, come on.
I watch ESPN to see if they would talk. You know, I do that a lot. I call it ESPN because I don't, you know, it's just so I watched ESPN, right? Because I wanted to see if they would talk about us. And nothing. Like, even what's the guy? I can't remember the older guy. Was it Van Pelt with the glasses, right? The older guy. He looks like Professor
Scott
X
Van
a little
Pelt,
bit.
Professor X.
That's his name, right?
Yes, Scott Van Pelt, yeah.
Yeah. Even I watched his. They did everybody else. Where was our game? Like, it didn't happen. Like, the game never even happened. And I was like, come on, like, I get it. I get you had this big agenda, but we gave the NBA something tape on how you guard Wemby. That's not a big thing.
No.
That's not a big thing. I saw on Twitter real quick. I saw on Twitter somebody posted a meme of the Simpsons, and it says, "This is ESPN to the Knicks," and it has them pointing, saying, "Look over there," and you know how you look, and he ran, he ran.
Man, where are we? Hold on. Tomorrow we're at NBA 2, NBA TV, MSG. Okay, so no ESPN because I didn't want to hear people gushing over the Celtics no matter what we did all day tomorrow, because that's exactly what happens. So yeah, and I know you guys had to endure that during the Knicks versus Spurs game where they just gushed over the Spurs the whole time as we were smacking them.
Can I give bruh today then?
Oh well, let's go, bruh picks. Let's get it.
Okay, I got a couple bruh picks as you guys say. One is to Malika Andrews for I ain't forget from last game. She I forgot last game, but I remember now when she told everybody on national TV that Mitch wasn't as quick as Wemby. That he wasn't. Yeah, exactly. Oh, I don't know. They was giving Mitch his flowers on ESPN, and then she's like, I don't know. You know, I don't think Mitch is as quick.
You know what? Mitch isn't as quick as Wemby, but I think people think Mitch is slow, and the people who he guards will tell you that he's not.
Yeah, facts.
He's not as quick, but he's not slow, and he has the length to kind of make up for what he lacks in quickness. But he's quick enough to keep up with you. Ask Karis LeVert. Ask Kawhi Leonard.
Ask Kawhi Leonard. Ask Paul George. Ask Jaylen Brown. The list is growing, y'all. It's growing.
Ask them how slow Mitch is. Just saying.
And one more for the day is all those who wanted Mark Williams. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all see, it's levels to this. Yes. Okay, that's it. That's all.
I want to know what Knicks fans out there wanted Mark Williams. I want to know who. I want names. I want to know who in Knicks Nation suggests that the Knicks should go after Mark Williams. Please tell me their names.
I look, my memory too shot, but I'm telling you, as somebody that is,
I missed that day.
Yes, if somebody that is a Mitch fan for a very long time and has been going to bat and hearing a lot of nonsense about him, right? Mark Williams, Jalen Duran, these are people that the other people but we stuck with Mitch, and they putting up their stats of what they're doing, things of that nature. Like, that's serious. So I know, and when I got that Jalen Duran matchup on the calendar too. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm laughing at Glamour saying I got you right. I got Excel sheets of the names.
If she can deliver that spreadsheet list to me, I will name each and every one of them on the broadcast and go at them and tell them how dumb they were to make that suggestion. Like, yo, I can't even find the words. Man. Basically, they need to stay off the weed. They need to stay off the weed.
Yeah. Now, Duran, I can understand people wanting Duran. I understand people wanting Duran. I can understand it.
People always talk about we trying to win, but you won't go backwards. Look, it takes time. Look at Mitch. You got to grow. The game has to slow. Then we get another person in that spot. You got to wait for him to grow. You got to wait for him to make those mistakes to learn which mistakes he can make and not, pick your spots. That's too much. That's why we're not drafting. That's exactly why we're not drafting.
Man, I'm really excited to see what happens if we give Mitch the ball in the post. Because listen, his trainer said that they've worked on a post game. Now the post move he pulled today, it wasn't pretty. It went in. It wasn't pretty. He did not look like he paid it did not look like he paid the 50K to the Kareem. He did not. It did not. But it went in. So I want to see what happens with some reps, is what I'm really saying. I want to see, because obviously if you don't do any post moves for the first 10 games, and then you do a post move, it's not gonna look pretty. I want to see what happens when he gets some reps. But go ahead.
He probably was surprised. Go ahead, Ryan.
But to be real about it, I'm not sure if the $50,000 Hakeem the Dream workouts even work, because Giannis paid for that and my man's still traveling. So I don't know. I don't know if it work or not, to be real about it.
It worked for Giannis. Was that paid the money? It worked for him. Freaking Gilbert Arenas was trashing him, like it didn't work for Stat. Nah, it worked for Stat. I remember watching every game. Stat was balling in the post. After that, he paid Kareem his bread, so it worked for Stat. I don't know.
Giannis' go-to move is that move RJ used to try all the time. They should get us nutty, where they take the one step back and then just go full speed. Full speed at the defender. That's Giannis' move. That's it. You ain't getting nothing else. That's it.
That's it. Just run by.
And they can't stop it. He can't stop it. He's so long, linky. Yeah. And powerful now. He's added the strength.
The blocking this shake don't sound right, says Mike Boy.
The block this shake.
The block this shake. The block this shake don't sound that bad. Block this shake.
What about the Savage shake? Savage, yeah.
Savage shake? The Savage.
Yeah, they be calling him 23 Savage.
Big Savage. Shake Savage sound all right.
I like that.
Shake Savage?
I like that tweet by, I think it was the Knicks. He said, how many rebounds he have? A lot. How many? I was like, okay, I see what y'all did there.
Yeah. Shout out to the social media team for that one.
Yeah.
That was solid. Yeah, so kudos to that, and kudos to the Savage Shake loaded. All right.
Hope to see it.
Yeah.
Facts.
Oh man. All right.
Hope to see it.
I don't know if you guys have any more bro picks, or we want to wrap it up. And
I'm good.
And I'll just shout out the chat, because y'all been good to us, man. Y'all been good to us. So shout out to the chat as well. Do you have any bro picks, Ryan?
Nah, not at the moment, but I'm gonna do some searching. Though. I might have some tomorrow night.
I bet. All right, cool. Well, salute to the chat, man. Thank you guys for being interactive. Shout out to Alexander. Shout out to Coach Cyrus. Coach Cyrus 617. Shout out to Glamour Knicks. Shout out to D Ross. Shout out to Phil Porto. Shout out Phil. Shout out to you. I didn't see you snuck in here. Shout out to S Parker. Who else in the building? Oh, I gotta give a shout out to Alexander for the super chat. But you love super chats here, man. It helps keep the lights on, all right? It helps pay for stuff. Because this stuff is not free. All right. It says Stephen A. Smith needs to stay off the network weed. I think that's how you said it. All right. I did it good? Okay, cool. That is our show. Yo, CA affiliate, I see you. Shout out to you, man. That is our show. We'll be here. We'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully Lee will be here with us. It's funny. We haven't had like the full Voltron crew yet. We haven't had, I think we had 4 people. We had it one time.
Yeah, one time, I think.
Yeah, one time. We need another one. We need at least another one with all 4 of us together.
Yes.
It's been crazy. It's been a crazy year, man.
Can't wait.
It's been a crazy year. I don't really talk about personal life on here a lot, but this year, man, there was sometimes like, yo, I don't even know how the energy get on the show because this stuff is going crazy. But I'm here. I'm showing up, and shout out to Lee, who's not here today because he's going through his own little stuff. But but hopefully he'll be here for the next game. All right, cool.
Yes.
That is our show. Thank you guys for watching. You can tune in to the KOT show on Twitter, Knick Of Time Show on Instagram and Facebook if you want to follow us there. We're also on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher if you want to listen to us there. And yeah, we'll be here after every game talking Knicks basketball. And we are doing Knick Tac Toe is coming back. Knick Tac Toe was meant to be more of a summer thing because of how often games happen, and I'm only one person. I don't have a clone. But we're gonna try to have a couple of games peek out during the season. All right, but y'all want to subscribe to us because when the summertime comes and it gets a little slow, Knick Tac Toe will pick up for sure. All right, so definitely keep in touch for Knick Tac Toe for that game.
Right. I'm gonna have to DM. I want to see him. My memory a little shot, so I don't know how I'm gonna be with the trivia.
A lot of it is multiple.
I give it a try.
You know what I mean? Yeah, there's people like that though. Like that's what makes Anthony MSG so impressive to me, because I'm really bad with dates. Really bad. And for me, I've watched a lot of Knicks basketball, right? I've been watching Knicks basketball since I was, I don't know, like 10, 11. But I watched all of that stuff with Ewing and Starks, but I don't remember all that stuff. Like I remember like moments, key big moments, like when I was like watching the Reggie Miller score 9 points in like a minute.
Watching Patrick Ewing miss that finger roll.
Yeah, or the finger roll stuff, or like the Houston Rockets. Like I remember watching the Houston Rockets play the Knicks and thinking we had a chance to win, but I can't tell you any details that happened during that time, really. Like I would have to like go back, like, oh yeah, that did happen. Oh yeah. Like I have to do that, you know what I mean?
I just let you know the thing that happened was Starks went like 3-4,000. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Starks is still my guy.
Yeah, he was my favorite Knick growing up.
I like the shooters. So it was Starks, it was Houston were my favorite Knicks.
As you can see, I like the defending dog, like the scrappy type of players. So Starks was definitely my favorite Knick.
Yeah, Starks was there. Starks was definitely up there. All right. But yo, thank you guys for watching, man. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back tomorrow. So guys, as always, you already know what it is, man. As always.
Shout out the Worldwide West. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
It's a mess out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That's our show. We out of here.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.